Welcome back students. Welcome to class 7 mathematics chapter 5 exponents part 2. So as we are seeing in the part 1 the basics of the exponents. So in part 2 we are going to study about laws of exponents. As I said in the part 1, laws of exponents we are going to study at elaborately. Okay. Now let me show you one chart which is laws of exponents formula. So we'll be having totally 6 laws in our textbook. Okay, so first you can see orally in this chart, and then next I will be show you some teaching aids to through explain the laws of exponents. Okay, so see the first one, x power x raised to the power of m into x raised to the power of n. So as you are seeing here and there, both the base is common, both the base is same, so it can be take it as x, and if it is multiply we can be add the what is that power. If it is multiply we can be add the power which is x m plus n. Am I clear, children? And next coming to the next law, which is x to the power of m, x to the power of n, x to the power of m, x to the power of n. So as you are seeing, it's looking like the division. This is looking like the division. If it is division, we can be subtract the power. If it is division, we can be subtract the power which is x raised to the power of m minus n. And the next law will be x power m whole to the power of n, x raised to the power of m whole to the power of n is equal to, so we can be multiply the both powers which is x raised to the power of m into n. Am I clear, children? Third law. And coming to the fourth law, so x multiplied by y whole to the power of m, x multiplied by y, it's raised to the power of m, so this m is common for both inside the numbers. So this m can be multiplied with inside the brackets which is x to the power of m, y to the power of m. Am I clear, children? And look at the next one, x by y. So as you are seeing, this is multiplication. As you are seeing here, it's a division. Okay. Again the same thing, this m can be common for x and y, so it can be multiplied with inside the bracket which is x to the power of m, y to the power of m. Okay. And the next one, x to the power of minus n is equal to, as we are seeing the power is a negative, so that power should not be negative. So what can we do? We have to be take it the reciprocal of the base. We have to take the reciprocal of base, then the power will be positive, the negative power will become a positive. So it can be written as 1 by x raised to the power of n. And here also same, x by y raised to the power of minus n, it's a negative power, so this can be converted into the positive n. So if we are taking the reciprocal of x by 1, it will become y by x. Okay, I hope you all clear. And here x raised to the power of 1 is equal to x, so whatever you are multiplying with 1, the answer will be the same number. And the next will be x raised to the power of 0, any number power to the 0, any number, anything power 0, anything power 0 is equal to 1. So this is the oral chart, children. Now I will be show you in my chart teaching aid, I will be explain about elaborately the laws of exponents whatever we have in our textbook. Yes, children, let us look on it.
So children, as we have studied in the PPT laws of exponents, but now I'm showing, so whatever we have in our textbook that I'm explaining, children. See the first point, a by b whole power m multiplied a by b whole power n is equal to, so here you are observing both the bases are same. So here also base is a by b, base is a by b, so both the bases are same, so we can be take it as 1 base a by b. If it is multiplied, we can be add the powers. So if it is multiplied, we can be add the powers which is m plus n, isn't it? Okay, let me move to the next one. So here also a by b whole to the power of m divided by a by b whole to the power of n is equal to, so here also both our bases are same, so we can be take it as a by b. Then here this is divided. If it is divided, we can be subtract the power. If it is divided, we can be subtract the power, so which is m minus n. Am I clear? And coming to the third law, which is a by b whole power m whole to the power of n, a by b whole power of m whole to the power of n is equal to, so we know that this both power we have to be multiply, which is a by b m into n, a by b m into n. Okay children, and coming to the fourth subdivision, which is, so fourth one is a by b whole power of minus n. So as you are seeing, the power is negative. The power is negative. If the power is negative, we have to be take the reciprocal. If the power is negative, we have to take the reciprocal of base. So what is the reciprocal of a by b? Exactly children. So the reciprocal of a by b is b by a. The reciprocal of a by b is b by a. So which is whole to the power of n. So if you have taken the reciprocal, the negative will become the positive power. Am I clear? And the next fifth law, just a by b whole to the power of 0. So any number, any rational number, if the power is 0, the value will be 1. A by b whole to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So any number raised to the power of 0, we can be call it as 1. Clear children? And the last law for the exponents, a by b whole to the power of minus 1. A by b whole to the power of minus 1. As I said, in this law, the both law will be same. Clear children? See here, a by b whole to the power of minus 1. As you are seeing the negative, as you are seeing the power is negative. The power is negative. So the base will be taken as reciprocal. The base we have to take it as reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of a by b? Which is b by a. So I hope you understand all the laws of exponent children. Thank you. Then we can see the problems on the slides.
You understand the teaching aids which I am showing you children. Now let me show you some solved problems using the laws of exponents. Yes children, are you all very excited to solving the problem children? Yes, let us start children. Okay, see the first problem, minus 3 by 2 whole to the power of 3 minus 3 by 2 raised to the power of 6. As you are seeing, both the bases are same. So this base and this bases are same. This is division. I told already, what is that law we have to be apply here? Yes, so a by b raised to the power of m divided by a by b raised to the power of n. So if it is division, I already told you we have to be subtract the powers. We have to be subtract the powers because the base is same. So minus 3 by 2 subtract the powers means 3 minus 6. So if you are subtracting, the answer will be minus 3. Now this minus 3 is a negative. I told you the power should not be negative. So we have to take the reciprocal of the base. So the reciprocal of base is 2 by minus 3. Then 2x minus 1. Then minus 3x minus 1. So why we are multiplying minus 1? In a rational number, the denominator should not be the negative. That's what we are multiplying both numerator and denominator in minus 1. So if you are multiplying, the answer will be minus 2 by 3 raised to the power of 3. Now this 3 is common for inside the brackets. So we can give the minus 3 to inside the brackets. It will become minus 8 by 27. Am I clear children? Now let me show you the another example. Okay children, and see the next example, which is minus 1 by 4 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power of minus 2 raised to the power of minus 1. So there will be 3 powers. So we can multiply all the powers. We can multiply all the powers. So write the answer, minus 1 by 4. First we can multiply this 2 into minus 2. So 2 2s are 4, which is minus 4. 2 into minus 2. Okay. So 2 2s are 4 means which is minus 4. Then again the last power is there. So which is minus 1. So if you are multiplying minus 4 into minus 1, 4 1s are 4. Minus into minus is plus. So this will become, the power will become positive. So minus 1 by 4 whole to the power of 4. Now we can take, so the minus 1 by 4 is repeated how many times? 4 times. So we can write minus 1 by 4 into minus 1 by 4 into minus 1 by 4 into minus 1 by 4 is equal to 4 4s are 16 and then 16 4s are then into 4. So the final answer is 1 by 256. Understood children? Now let me show you the another example. 5 minus 1, 5 raised to the power of minus 1 minus 7 raised to the power of minus 1 whole power of minus 1 is equal to, we know that the power should not be the negative. If it is negative, we can be take the reciprocal, which is 1 by 5. So the reciprocal of 7 will be 1 by 7. So whole to the power of minus 1. So here we have to do the subtraction. So for the subtraction, the different denominators, we can do the cross multiply. 7 1s are 7. 5 ones are 5 divided by multiply the denominator 7 5s are 35 raised to the power of minus 1. It's already there in the previous step. 7 minus 5 is 2 divided by 35 raised to the power of minus 1. Right children? Okay, as you are seeing the power is a negative, so we have to take the reciprocal, which is 35 by 2. So the final answer is 35 by 2. Am I understood children? Okay, and let me show you the another example. 5 2 power n into 5 raised to the power of 3 is equal to 5 raised to the power of 9. So as you are seeing this 5 and this 5, all the bases are same. All the bases are same. So it can be add. The power should be add here. So 2n plus 3. So 5 raised to the power of 2n plus 3 is equal to 5 to the power of 9. So base is a common. So we can take only the powers. So what is the power in left hand side? 2n plus 3. In right hand side it is only 9. So 2n plus 3 is equal to 9. And this 3 we are transposing to right hand side, that will become minus 3. And 9 minus 3 is 6. So we have to find the n value. So we are transposing this 2 to the right hand side. So this multiplied 2 can be written as divided by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is equal to, if you are simplifying, the answer will be 3. So the final answer of n is equal to 3. Understood children? Let me show you the another example. So 3 raised to the power of 5 into 10 raised to the power of 5 into 25 divided by 5 raised to the power of 7, then 6 raised to the power of 5. Yes, is equal to, so this 3 raised to the power of 5 and this 10 can be splitted 2 into 5 raised to the power of 5, and this 25 can be written 5 to the power of 2. 5 to the power of 2, because we need the base as a 5. Then only we can be simplify. And here 5 raised to the power of 7. So this 6 has been segregated. 2 into 3 raised to the power of 5. Am I clear children? Now this 5 can be given to inside the brackets, which is 3 power 5. So 2 power 5. Then 5 power 5. Then 5 power 2. Then in the below it's a 5 power 7. And here it is 2 power 5 and 3 power 5. Clear children? And then next will be, we can be simplify whichever is possible children. See here, so this is 3 raised to the power of 5 and this is 2 raised to the power of 5 and this is 5 raised to the power of 9 and 2. So this is 5 and 2. So I already told you, if the base is the same, if it is multiplied, the power can be added. If you are adding the 5 plus 2, it will be 7. So 5 raised to the power of 7. And the denominator is 3 raised to the power of 5, 2 raised to the power of 5, 5 raised to the power of 7. Now you can simplify children. So this 5 raised to the power of 7, this 5 raised to the power of 7 will be cancelled. Okay. And this 2 power 5, this 2 power 5 will be cancelled. And what about the remaining? Yes, what about the remaining? Exactly children. So the remaining will be 3 to the power of 0 into 2 to the power of 0 into 5 to the power of 0. We know that anything power 0 is equal to 1, anything power 0 is equal to 1, any number power 0 is equal to 1. So 1 into 1 into 1 is equal to 1. So I hope you understand this problem children. Now let me show you the different topic, which is expressing large number in standard form. So if it is large number, how can we convert into the small number? How can we convert into the standard form? That is the thing we are going to see here. Yes. So, how can we convert the largest number in a smaller way? A way of expressing very large or very small number more easily using the power of 10. Power of 10. So, we can use the power 10 and we can easily write the largest number also. It can be written as simplest form. Okay, so see the example. 35,700. So, how can we write in a smaller way? So, we know that if it is in a standard form, so we can be keep the decimal dot after the first digit. We can be keep the decimal dot after the first digit. See here, after the first digit, I kept the decimal dot here and 5, 7. So only the numbers. So no need to write the zeros. So only the numbers 5, 7 into. So you can check after the decimal dot how many digits. 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit and 4 digit. So it can be written as multiplied 10 to the power of 4. Am I clear, children? I will be explained one more time. So 35,700. In this case, we have to be write the standard form means, so after the first digit, you can keep the decimal dot. After the first digit, you can keep the decimal dot and write only the numbers. Don't write the whole number. It's only the natural number you can write. Okay. So 3.57 into, how it is 10 to the power of 4 in the sense, after the decimal dot, it will be 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit and 4 digit. So it can be written as 10 to the power of 4. Clear, children? I will be show you some more examples here. See the first example, 538 is equal to, so I told you already, after the decimal dot, after the first digit we should be keep a decimal dot, so which is 5.38 into 10 to the power of 2. How it is 10 to the power of 2? So after the decimal dot will be 2 digit, so we can be written as 10 to the power of 2. Am I clear, children? And coming to the next example, 6428000 is equal to, so after the first digit keep a decimal dot. I told only the natural numbers you can write, don't write the whole numbers. Okay, so the natural numbers are 4, 2, 8 alone. The zeros and all will coming under the whole number. Okay, so first check what is after the decimal dot, how many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So it can be written as 6.428 into 10 to the power of 6. Am I clear, children? And the another example is 8293400000. So I told already, only the natural numbers we have to write. So after the first digit keep a decimal dot, then you can count the after the decimal dots how many digits. It will be 10 digits. Similarly, fourth problem and fifth problem, children. So I hope you understand how can we write the largest number in the standard form. Let me show you the, if it is small, if it is in a standard form, how can we write in a largest form? How can we write in the expanded form? So that is the thing here. Write the following number in the expand form. So this is the largest number, so this can be written in the expand form. How can we expand the number? So 20,668, this is the number. We have to be write this as a expand form. So in the scientific notation. Okay, so write it pa. So 10,000 is a 2, 1000 is a 0, 100 also it's a 0, and tens is a 6, and 8 is a ones. We know that ones, tens, hundreds, 1000, 10,000. Right, children? Okay. So first we can be write as 20,068. So 20,000 means, so 2 into 10,000 which can be 20,000. 2 into 10,000 is 20,000. Then it's a 0. So 0 into 1000 is 0. Again it's a 100 also it's 0. So 0 into 100 is 0. Again it's a tens is a 6. So 6 into 10 is a 60. Then 8 into 1 is a 8. Right, children? Okay. Now you can write it in the scientific notation, which is 2 into, how many zeros here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 zeros. So we can be written as 2 into 10 to the power of 4. Am I clear? And the next one, how many zeros here? 1, 2, 3 0. So it can be written as 10 to the power of 3. And here it is 2 0. It can be written as 10 to the power of 2. And here it is 1 0. It can be written as 10 to the power of 1. And there is no 0. So it can be written as 10 to the power of 0. Understood, children? How can we write in the expand form? So in the expand form, we have to be separate the numbers like ones, tens, hundreds, 1000, 10,000 like that. Then you can write in the expand form. So I hope you understand the laws of exponents and expressing the larger number in a standard form and then the numbers in the expand form. So I hope you enjoyed my session, children. Thank you so much, children. So we can see in the next videos. Bye bye, children.